Hey guys, I'm Morthadon and we are here for Boruto episode 68. Man, it's actually been a bit since I recorded because, well, to sum it up quickly, I recorded the two fairy tale episodes I did this week way early and then edited them later. And there was no My Hero Academia, so I didn't have to do that. So basically, I don't think I've recorded since Thursday or Friday night, and it's currently like Wednesday, which is the longest I've gone in a bit without recording. But regardless, we are in the middle of a little or not two-part, sorry. We're in the middle of like a mini-series, little arc thing that's going on where they're doing a mission to protect a movie star, or a couple movie stars, and there's someone from the, I believe it's the, is it the Hidden Mist Village? Possibly. The one with like the lines attacked them and everything, and it's very goofy, a little cringy with a Cho being attracted to the actor, which makes sense when like someone younger is attracted to an older actor. I'm sure that happens all the time in real life. It's just really awkward the way the older guy is handling it, in my opinion. But regardless, I am looking forward to seeing what happens next. So we have, I think we ended off with Cho possibly becoming part of the show, so that would be interesting. But yeah, so I say let's just hop right into it, shall we? Alrighty guys, so like usual, down in the description there's going to be a Vimeo link that you guys can click down there, and once you guys go there, watch that, and to watch the reaction, and then come back here. Man, I butchered this so much. Come back here for the discussion portion, which I will talk about, the episode, my thoughts, predictions, and anything of that magnitude after. So go ahead and click that link right now, guys. Alrighty, guys, so that is the end of episode 68 of Boruto. Another awkward one. This one was definitely way more awkward than the last one. I apologize for, well, I guess if you're watching this in full length, you'll see how little I talked, but I'll probably be editing it down to, the scenes I actually did talk and stuff like that, so it won't look as bad for you YouTube people. But I felt like there was a lot of moments where I was just sitting there watching, and not really reacting, mainly because, like, this episode is very awkward with how essentially this episode we got to see the true colors of the Tomaru or whatever his name is. I don't even care to remember that jackass's name. We got to see his true colors. He's not a very nice guy. He, obviously it felt a little weird in the first episode with how into Cho he seemed, when Cho seems like a kid in the show and he seems like an adult. But regardless of that, even his nice side isn't exactly nice. He could tell that, her little attitude, she was faking it because she really liked him and he just wanted to tease her a bit, is what he said, which is messed up. And then what's even more messed up is when he finally saw Cho in her normal form, and she has the ring, and she's literally handing it to him. He says, "Why don't you give me the ring?" He could have took it, for one. She was handing it to him. But instead he decides to say, "You'll never get one of those. Fat girls aren't my type." Like, that's messed up. Like, okay, I understand that there's people in this world that looks, dictate how they feel about other people, on an emotional standpoint like that. But it's not something you say to someone. You can have those feelings, like, sure, I have nothing against people that are like, oh yeah, I only date, skinny, attractive girls or whatever. But if you say it, like, it's so unnecessary to say to someone, oh, fat girls aren't my type and you're a fat girl, Like, what? It's messed up. But And actually, last episode, it wasn't that I didn't like the Ashina girl. I just thought she was, mean, But it turns out that she's just trying to act professionally on this, movie set, and this guy is just, you know, going around being a douche to everybody, telling people, oh, I'll give you an autograph later, too, okay? I'm just a little busy, and then walks away and never does it, stuff like that. Uh, yeah, so I can understand her attitude, Obviously, when when Sarada's apologizing, she didn't have to be, that mean, but she does make a good point, like I said during the episode, this is her, career, her livelihood, and now her dress is ripped. Chocho hasn't given the ring back. Things are, getting messed up. This is her last one before she finally gets to leave the show and, leave her douchebag of a partner and everything. And hopefully she's probably hoping she gets a better job. And, if this show ends in like a flop with her last performance being subpar, then it's probably harder to get a job, I imagine. I don't know anything about, movie business in real life or anything, but I imagine how good you do in the performance of some of your roles dictates how more easily you get a different job, in acting and stuff like that. So, I don't know. It was definitely a weird episode. There was so many of, like, the almost kissing scenes and not quite, and then Chocho gets mad. It was kind of, like, overplayed a little too much, I feel like. The first time it was, like, a little silly, and then the second time I was just okay, and then I think it happened a third time, and I was like, alright, I'm done with this. But, obviously, this whole side story that's going on with the person that's actually trying to attack. I don't know who he is. We saw him briefly at the end, but we only saw, like, the back of his head, which he's bald, unless he has, like, one of those bald caps on to make him look bald. Or if he normally does wear hair on the set and he has a wig on when he's on the set. I don't think it's someone we've seen. I was thinking maybe it was someone dressing up as someone from another village, trying to, like, stop the show for some reason. I don't know. I thought it was going to be, like, something a little deeper, but I'm starting to think it might not be as deep. It might just be some random guy that's targeting him. I still think they're targeting him for a reason other than, like, oh, the show's ending and we don't want it to end or something, or we don't want this actress to leave, so we're gonna attack it. I don't know. I forget what the motivations were from the first episode, why they said this, like, what part of the death threat that was sent. I forget what other reasoning was there. I felt like there was something else there, but either way, I definitely find it, the attacking stuff seems more compelling. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure next episode is the last episode in this, like, little I believe I was told it was a 3-part mini arc, so there might be more action next episode, because I'm assuming that guy we saw at the end is gonna attack again, so that'll be cool. We'll get some fighting. This episode didn't have any fighting. It was basically just Chocho focused, and, kiss tease, kiss tease, kiss tease, and him being a douchebag to other people when he's not around Chocho, except for the end where he was around Chocho but didn't know it and just was mean, But that basically summed up the whole episode right there. But, there was some funny scenes and stuff like that, so I will say the first episode, definitely more funny. I enjoyed the first one a bit more, plus we got some action and stuff like that, so hopefully the next one will be a bit better with the more action and stuff. But I think it's mostly, like, all I really had to say about this episode. I kind of hope that Chocho gets some kind of redemption. I don't know how she's gonna feel. There's some women that will get talked. Well, I shouldn't say that. There's some people, I'm sure men do it too, that get talked down to but still like the other person. Almost like you hear those relationships where one spouse is being abused, and they still like defend the abuser, you know, whether it's a husband or a wife abusing a husband or wife. Usually the person being abused will be like, oh no, he only or she only does it every now and then, it's not that big of a deal, don't worry about it, he's usually a nice guy, and stuff like that. You hear that a lot, and uh it's kind of messed up, it's like a mini form of Stockholm syndrome, and I don't know if she's gonna be the same way, where she's gonna still like him after what he said to her, or if she's just gonna like go along with the mission until it's over and just be sad, But I definitely, as goofy as Chocho has been and, a bit unreasonable these past two episodes, I felt really bad for her at the end, because regardless of how, like, silly and weird she's been, no one deserves to be talked to like she did at the end, so. Yeah, guys. Anyways, I look forward to seeing how this little mini-series concludes, and I'm also very much looking forward to seeing how these next episodes will, pass this mini-arc where we're gonna go next, like what the next arc is gonna be. I have a feeling we might find out, who is gonna become Chunin, if I'm gonna have a prediction for the future, because briefly before, I forget if it was episode 66 or 65, but one of those two, we had Shikamaru talking to Naruto in the Hokage office, saying that they could just pick someone like last year, the people who they thought were worthy, so it'll be interesting to see who becomes Chunin. I wonder if it'll be, someone like, it'd be kind of weird, like, if they did Shikadai again, because last time Shikamaru in the first Chunin exams of Naruto was the one that, even though they got interrupted, he became Chunin because they felt he deserved it because of the intellect that he showed. And I felt like either Sarada or Shikadai are the options that really, like, made it far, They made it pretty far, they did pretty good tactically, and stuff like that, so I don't know. I'm kind of hoping it's Sarada over Shikadai, just to change the pace from Naruto, so it's not just like, another one of the, shoot, what is their last name? Oh, they say it too, they say like the such and such clan known for the shadow possession jutsu. I can't remember, but I guess I just kind of don't want it to be another one of that clan, but I could believe it if they do it, It would make sense because of the way the tuning exams go, but I guess I'm putting my chips in for Sarada to become a Chunin after all of this, but it'll be interesting to see who they choose if they do decide to choose someone. Maybe they'll just decide not to, but and then from there, I don't know, for like an actual arc, I don't know what we're gonna be getting into. Maybe it'll be some more like mini arc ones, kind of like the Kagura one over in the I'm so bad with the village names. Okay, no, the village hidden in the mist, is that the one? If that's the case, then that's definitely not the one of the guy attacking. Is it Village Hidden in the Rain or something? I'm pretty sure it was the Rain one, right? Where Pain was originally from. That's the symbol that the attacker in this little mini-series that's going on is from. I can't remember what that village is called, though. I guess it's not Hidden in the Mist, because I'm pretty sure Hidden in the Mist is where Kagura is from, with Chojuro as the Hokage, or not the Hokage, the Mizukage, I think it's called. So yeah. Either way, I wonder if it'll be another, like 5-6 episode little arc or something that we'll get, or maybe a few more than that, or something that isn't like, insanely plot heavy. Some of the stuff that we had is very plot heavy, and then some of the other arcs we've had have been like, kind of like mini arcs like this, but this is like super mini arc. This is super goofy, so I don't know. I'm looking forward to whatever comes next, though. But yeah, guys, I think that's gonna sum it up for me. Hopefully you enjoyed my reaction of what there was reaction to, because this is, like I said, a silly episode. Some of the parts I didn't find as funny as the last episode, so my reaction wasn't as amazing as, some of the other ones, but hopefully you enjoyed regardless, and yeah. If you want to support the channel, you can click that subscribe button. You can also go into the description and check out the Patreon link where you can get access to early access and full-length content if you're interested in that for all of my shows and everything. And it supports me, and I very much appreciate it if you guys do end up doing that. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching once again, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.